Welcome to Pashua's Moment with Pastor Charles Kiyaga.
Yes, praise God, praise the Lord, brethren. We are back again on our program, the Pashua's Moment. And once again, I'm your servant, Pastor Charles. I'm here with a message that draws us back to the ways of seeking after God. Okay? I'm here on your mountain called Zion, Pashua's Prayer Mountain. This is a mountain of God seekers. People who want to separate themselves and set themselves apart for God to do and fulfill His purposes in their lives. These are called the pursuers. And if you are that person that wants to seek God, if you are that person that wants to draw close to God, if you are that person who searches out mysteries, and this mystery of God is one of your pursuits, then you are a pursuer. You are that person who qualifies to be a pursuer. And you just need to come here as often as you can, open 24/7 for anyone to have time alone with God. Okay? Yesterday, we are talking about the fear of you. The fear of you. My brethren, you need to be feared. For you to be belittled, for you to be tormented, for you to be oppressed, for you to be downcast is not a sign. The grace of God is dressed upon you. When that happens, when the grace of God comes upon you, when that you're dressed up, the fear of you will strike your enemies. There is a glory, there is a glamour that will go with it. He began by telling him, multiply, be fruitful, multiply, and fill the earth. There are many of us who have multiplied, but we are still belittled. We are multiplied, but we are still nobodies. We seem to have this and the other, but we are still downcast. Tunyomewa. We are tormented. That is not a sign that God is actually emboldened. If the fear of us does not strike our enemies, that is the reason why we should importune God. Because when He comes into our lives, when He gets near and close to us, He begins by making us fruitful, making us multiply. But not only that, the fear of us. He dresses us with glory, that the fear of us strikes nature. Nature just looks upon you, and nature realizes something different. Nature realizes you are not alone. It realizes God is with you. Your enemies will see it before you even realize. Demons will see it from afar, and they will say, they will start to shake, they start to tremble. But when that is not happening yet, that is the very reason why we should continue to pursuit. Because when we draw closer to God, there is a glamour, there is a glory, there is a dressing that comes upon us that nature recognizes. That is verses 2, the fear of you. How many of us are feared? You are sure that you are feared. Many of us force ourselves, we threaten people to fear us. You're not supposed to threaten people to fear you. The fear will just come. People will begin to fear you just because you are dressed up. There is something around and about you that will cause your enemies to fear. Whether they want it or not, fear will strike them because something is around and about you. So this is what God was telling Noah. The fear of you and the dread of you shall be upon all nature. When He talks about animals, the beasts of the earth and the birds of the air and everything that moves on the earth and the fish of the sea, they are given to you in your hand. You have dominion over them. It doesn't only mean animals. Everything that moves on the earth, including demons, including powers, principalities, all of them are given in your hand. Because God embodies you. God is not far from you. God is around and about you. And this is why I encourage you to seek God. When God becomes around and about you, the fear of you will strike your enemies. Your enemies you will see from afar and you realize something unique about you. They will start to fear. Nature will come trembling. Good things will come. The fear of you will draw them. So let us seek God, that the fear and the dread of us will fill our enemies, and the enemies will be unsettled by us being around and about. The demons and the powers of darkness, the oppressors, will lose their grip of us when God is close of us. When God is close and around us, let us draw close to God. Let us create an altar. There's an altar already here. Let us come and put a sacrifice on this altar, that God may pronounce a blessing that will cause our enemies to shudder. God bless you. We begin from there tomorrow.
Eyo yibadde Pursuers Moment ng'ekutuusiddwako essomero lya Pursuers Junior School erisangibwa mu Butambala ku kkubo lya Mpigi Gombe. Kati wulira enkizo eriwo singa otwala omwana wo ku Pursuers Junior School. Interviews za bwereere. Essomero liyimiridde ku musingi ogutya Katonda ate ng'omwana agonjolwa abakugu. Tutumbula ebitone eby'enjawulo mu mwana. Tulina amazzi amayonjo ku ssomero ate ng'omwana bw'asomera ne weyeebaka abanga mukungu. Endya y'abayizi nnungi byansusso anti emmere tugirimira nga ne faamu y'ente weeri ku ssomero. Tulina emmotoka ezitambuza abaana. Pursuers Junior School e Butambala tusomesa abaana okuva mu baby class okutuuka ku kibiina ekyomusanvu. Mudde boarding okumanya ebisingawo 0772 41 98 4 ne 0702 36 41 64. Pursuers Junior School Butambala, in pursuit of knowledge.